Kelly, and I'm back with another layout. Today I am doing a layout of the day I voted back in October. So I have early voted and now I mail in vote, but I dropped my ballot off for a long time just because I can have a crazy work schedule and I never quite know when I'm going to be working. So for sure, anyway. So the very first thing I did is I backed my photos on that kind of a leaf paper, which is from Pink Paisley Page Evans. It's the Bloom Street #4 paper. My background is the watercolor paper from Bloom Street, but I don't have the didn't have the strip, so I don't know what paper number it is, but it is from Bloom Street. And then I also have that navy paper there that came from Pink Paisley Page Evans Bloom Street, and it's paper number 10. And I was doing this for a challenge in a scrapbook crop that I was doing like a virtual retreat weekend, and I was doing a color challenge. So that it was navy, that bright green that's in that little square on the right, and then an aqua. So that's where the kind of the colors came from. So that little Polaroid cut apart is from Page Evans Pink Paisley. I think it's Horizon, but I'm not positive because I cut that apart ages ago. And I did toy with doing the navy as kind of the backing paper instead of the kind of watercolor paper, but I really liked the watercolor paper surrounding, so you could really get all kind of the sort of nuances. And I liked, there wasn't enough contrast between the leaf paper that my photos are mounted on and the rest of the paper. Now I am working with some die cuts as well. The globe and, or the, I'm sorry, the stamps, you're going to see the globe in just a minute, but the globe, there's the globe. The globe and the stamp die cuts are from the Page Evans Horizon Ephemera. And I just kind of thought that the whole globe thing kind of went because, you know, mail-in voting, that kind of a thing. And the stamps, I obviously didn't mail it back, but it was mailed to me. So that all seemed to make sense. And I am masked there because there was a mask mandate on in the state I live in at that point in time. And I wasn't sure if I was going to have to go into the lobby or if I could do it from the outside. And I ended up being able to do it from the outside. All right. So just inking with my Memento Dewdrop and gray flannel here. It is all the same collection, at least the papers are. And it's, you know, Page Evans, so the colors tend to work. But I really wanted to make sure that I covered up the white edges from the papers and then just helped pop some of the lighter colors like that leaf paper where it's contrasting with the watercolor paper. All right, so I decided 2 stamps isn't going to work because of the, on the bottom. So then I just added the globe and one of the stamps down there and put the globe stamp up on the top left so that I'm getting a little bit of a diagonal across my layout. I could have done probably a third cluster somewhere but I just chose not to in this particular case. Like I could have done it at the bottom on the left, on the join between the navy and the watercolor paper. And then I could have moved that top cluster over a little bit, but I like it the way it looks now. It's more simple, and that's fine. Sometimes you need one of those. So right now I am adding the words mail-in voter, and that is the glitter alpha from American Crest Flickers Thickers. Goodness, the alphabet name is Eclair, and it's the cucumber color. So it's a beautiful, bright, springy green that works perfectly with that Polaroid spot. That Polaroid, square Polaroid, I cut off. It was a more of a rectangle like a Polaroid really would be, but it's from kind of like a travel theme, so I just cut that piece of it off because I didn't need the travel part of it. And it still works as a really nice journaling spot. I'm putting the words mail-in vote, sorry, not voter. And mail-in I put in quotes because I got the ballot mailed to me, but I didn't actually mail it back. And there, in this last election, there was a lot of emphasis on mail-in voting, especially in the state I live, because our numbers were so high at the time for the coronavirus. All right, so I'm liking the way that looks, and I want a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to grab my Scotch foam tape here and add it to the back of this stamp. All right, just getting that in. And then I did take, you can see where I did take the little asterisks from my glitter alpha and I added it to the stamp up there. And then here I'm grabbing a second one and adding it to the stamp on the bottom. All right, so now I'm just looking to see, I'm thinking I want something else up with that stamp on the top. It's not a big enough cluster for me yet. So I do find this Happy Day sticker, banner sticker here, from the Horizon project pad. There's a sticker sheet in the project pad, but I decided I actually like that better on top of what will be the journaling space. So, and you'll see the journaling in the still shots, I believe. I think that was done when I took these. I tend to do it before I bring the layout, before I take the layout to be photographed. So again, still looking, and that's that sticker sheet from that project pad, the Horizon project pad, which you can't buy anymore. Well, I shouldn't say you can't, but it would be harder to buy because that collection is a bit older now. That's some Bloom Street ephemera there. Just looking to see. And I'm looking for maybe some flowers or something. I need like a single flower or something. Some sort of banner would have worked up there as well. I did find this aqua flower though, and since that is one of the colors in the color scheme I'm working with, I like how that looks. And again, here the inking that I'm doing is going to help pop that flower off the background because the flower matches that background really, really well. Now, they look like they really blend together on camera. In real life, the contrast is better than that. That often happens where in real life you get a better contrast than you do in the video itself. And now I'm looking for, I believe, some enamel dots. Realized I had not actually put that. Oh, I also may have been, actually, I may have been adjusting what I was watching. Sometimes I watch my TV that's in my scrap room. There's my enamel dots. And sometimes I watch my iPad, depending on what I'm watching. Okay, so here looking for dots in the colors that I'm using. And I find these enamel dots from Bella Boulevard, and those things, even the small ones, are huge. So in my effort to use up some more my enamel dot stash, that I really was trying to focus on last fall, I'm going to use these Bella Boulevard enamel dots. And so I'll put 3 of them on the page just because they're so big. I don't need any more than that. And there we go. I'll tuck that third one right there. All right, guys. So upcoming is the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.